With the truth, the facts, we lay it down flat. With the melanated empire, never hold back. Put the facts in the blacks and make them
Peace, love, and coconut oil family. Welcome to another installment here of Melanated Empire. I trust that you're having a beautiful Friday. I mean, with all the Venus prominences radiating towards Earth. In the atmosphere here in St. Lucia, it's very political at the moment, you know, because elections is around the corner. And even some government workers actually voted today, right? So the place is abuzz with music there, motorcade over there, and all of that. But you know, we're in none of that shit, family. It's all about building and developing ourselves, becoming better individuals. And as a result, since we did the very first video on the Garvey life and lessons and his understanding of what God is, or God, you know, we haven't done another one, and I say I've been meaning to do another one, family. So this basically is the video for this. Okay, we're gonna be going in again. We're gonna be going in, and this time is lesson number 7 called character. Now, I had all the lessons in order because my whole meditation is like, you know, if we're coming out of a Judeo-Christian Abrahamic sort of mindset and we're leaving that behind to grasp through our African spirituality, is like we expose first. We show you some elements in African spirituality. Obviously, we're not replacing one with the other, because it's not like we moving the Yahweh and we're putting on the God. The other God we put there is actually you. So the responsibility is upon yourself. And also understanding that since we just came out of, you know, this oppression, psychologically, mentally, physically, over 400 years, over 2,000 years, you can say, because in Islam over 1400 years, and they say 4 to 500 years in the European transatlantic. So we have a lot of shadow work and self-work to do, family. One of it most definitely is getting away from that God Savior complex, which we are basically highlighting on the channel. So the next thing is, after we move away from that, and since we're moving away from the religious corpus as well, we need certain doctrines and certain understandings that can help us develop ourselves as individuals. So we go into the African spiritual system of Nile Valley, even of West Africa very soon. So, you know, we'll have an alternative to that level, but still putting us in that place and making us take responsibility. Then next comes the building of character, which is why the previous video, the other video I did some time ago, talking about boys to men. I mean, what is it that would make you a little boy still, and what is it that would make you a man? And the principal thing was responsibility. So not for the youth's family, young men growing up don't have anyone really to culture them and talk them into the way and how they're supposed to behave as man. And I find in my upbringing, as a family know, I've had this book, well, not this particular one, but this book was given to me by an elder, and I've always seen philosophies and opinions everywhere and not life and lessons. And it was years ago, more than a decade, and then I lost the book on a bus and recently decided to reorder it. It just came back to me. So I'm like, you know what, these are things I actually grew up on and always used to read to make me become a better person, like a better man, you know what I mean? And this is why I would actually select certain lessons that I believe can be very beneficial to us. So since we are, I mean, hope the family is with me, I mean, from all that time. And hit the subscribe button, family. I always keep forgetting, and I know it's sort of a kind of way to ask people to hit the subscribe button, but it happens to me as well. When you're into a video, you kind of just forget to even just do a click, you know what I mean? So just click and big up yourself, still same speed, big up all the new subscribers. So while we have dealt with the God principle, let's now deal with the character of ourselves, which is why again we give little short videos, not really on no topic like per se to say historical or biblical, but it has to do with just reasonings, you know what I mean? We can't forget that part, family. And lesson 7, character. I really tried to do this live as well on the laptop so I could have half of the screen as myself, or a small part of the screen as myself, and for the family to follow along to read with me as well. I'm gonna try and put it up for this video, but I'm not too sure how it's gonna go. But nonetheless, just bear with me, family. Hopefully in the next lesson that I'll be reading, I'll definitely have it in that particular format for you. Okay, so with no further ado, gonna go through lesson 7, character. Garvey, life and lessons. Men and women who want to be of use to themselves and humanity must have good character. I mean, that's a basic statement, family, right? You might think like, what? How you mean to be of use to myself? You get me? He says men and women who want to be of use to themselves. So that means you can still even be there and be of no use, not even to society, to other people, and not even really to yourself. You understand? So be of use to yourself. Now that would kind of actually place you in third person. So it's like first person speaking to third person. You know what I mean? So that is where we know that we have a deeper part of ourselves that we have yet to tap into. I mean, just from that statement alone, I mean, be of use to myself, but I cannot be of use to myself. Like, it's me that's already doing the thing, but you know, it have a deeper meant to do it. Because if you're now of use to yourself, you'll be able to produce progressive fruits and fruits that will be of benefit to yourself. Because I mean, you're getting older and mature, and to your immediate family, to extended family, and even to society as a whole. So men and women who want to be of good use to themselves and to humanity in its entirety must have good character. What is good character? Good character means that kind of behavior and demonstration of it that will meet with the moral precepts of a civilization. Let's read again. Good character means that kind of behavior and demonstration of it that will meet with the moral precepts of a civilization. So good character means the kind of behavior, okay, and demonstration meaning your actions, right, of the behavior. Because I mean, if your behavior, if your demeanor is a bad mind, I mean your actions will be bad mind. But if your behavior is of good intent, then your actions, your demonstration of your behavior will actually be of good intent. So it says good character means that kind of behavior and demonstration of it that will meet with the moral precepts of a civilization. Moral just means basically right and wrong behavior, just deciding what is between right and wrong, family, okay? And precepts is any standardized or agreed rule of action, okay? Or you can say like a principle, okay? So precepts are principles, and moral precepts would mean right principles. The standard that is laid down by the society of the time in which you live and which forms a part of and guides that very character. Let's just reread, I don't want to confuse the family. I mean, these are lessons to help us become better individuals, so I mean, we have to take it slowly. Good character means that kind of behavior and demonstration of it that will meet with the moral precepts of a civilization. The standard that is laid down by the society of the time in which you live and which forms a part of and guides that very character. So he's basically saying the society in which you live, family, okay, forms part of those moral precepts which you as an individual must live by, which will dictate whether you have good character or not. You see what I'm saying? Because, okay, take for example, you're in a crowd of people, right? There are no laws written to say, well, like, you're not supposed to spit when you're among people, or you're not supposed to, you know, them kind of way there. So when you're in a crowd of people, you're not like just spit among the people, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's that, yo? The fuck, like, what's that? You know. But sorry to say, in some cultures, it seems actually acceptable, because when I spent some time in the UK, family, there used to be a couple. They used to have a couple of Somali bedrooms. Muslim bedrooms I used to chill with, and them man, where the man chilling is where they spitting. I don't need to tell them man guys are like, yes, yeah. So you know, like, so they'll be like, what? I'll be like, is that how you all behave? Like you know, you don't change up the slag on them sometimes. So really and truly, the accepted standards within the community or the society in which you live, which you said, in which you live, right, and which forms part of the guide, okay, part of and guides that very character. So these principles will kind of even guide your character into molding it, though you already may have your own moral precepts that you live by, family. Is that understood? All right, peace. Let's go through. if you do not live up to it in the higher sense, if you do not live up to the good character in the higher sense, you will not be respected by that society. Self-explanatory. Your mission in that society for useful work will fall to pieces. Now someone might say, I mean, through the rebellious notion, you know, you might say, oh, society, I'm nothing to do with that society, and fireborn, and then people are chicken for man. But that society, we can still bring it down to the community, because a society really, family, is just a set of people working towards a common goal, you know, on a common aim, you know. But the very first definition of society means companionship. You see what I'm saying? So when we talk about society and community structure, just look at it to a level like your bedrooms and your friends and your acquaintances. You still have a level to live up to, sort of, you understand, to hold yourself, you know, at a level. I don't even know how, honestly, because I have to use the slang on it, family, serious, for you to really see what I'm saying.